Welcome to the kickoff of the Plastic Awareness Month 2020. I'm Madeleine van Hasselt and I'm live here with you from our studio in Ho Chi Minh City. There are 5 countries in the world that are responsible for 60% of the plastic pollution in the world's oceans. They're all here in Southeast Asia, and Vietnam is one of them. This influences anyone who lives and works in Vietnam. And solutions are not easy to find. Reducing plastic in your production is difficult. Consumer behavior is not easily to be changed. And waste management systems are hard to change as well. This calls for a circular economy approach. We can all be part of this solution to the plastic waste pollution. But don't take it from me. Take it from somebody we all know very well.
Các bạn, tôi là Đặng Văn Lâm, thủ môn của đội tuyển quốc gia Việt Nam, hưởng ứng chiến dịch phát động bởi Thủ tướng Nguyễn Xuân Phúc và với vai trò đại sứ của chiến dịch hạn chế đồ nhựa sử dụng một lần. Lâm kêu gọi mọi người hãy nói không với rác thải nhựa vì một tương lai xanh của Việt Nam và thế giới. Lâm hoàn toàn ủng hộ cho sáng kiến và hành động của ReThink Plastic Việt Nam cho một môi trường xanh, sạch, an toàn, không còn rác thải nhựa. Hãy cùng chung tay giải quyết vấn đề ô nhiễm chất thải nhựa bạn nhé.
ReThink Plastic Vietnam organizes events that let you be part of the solution. Today, we all take action. Be inspired by our wonderful speakers of today. We have for you Dr. Wang from the Institute of Circular Economy Development and Ms. Marquez, the General Manager from Starbucks. You can network within this system, and please have all your questions in the chat so we can ask them during our Q&A. But now first, we have some opening words for you from our honored guest, Dr. Karel Richter, the Consul General of the Kingdom of the Netherlands.
So, 2020 has been quite a challenging year. We have had, obviously, the effects of COVID-19, which has put a lot of people in isolation, has affected the society as such, but also has had a very negative effect on single plastic use. Think about all the plastic being used in the medical sector, but also think about all the home deliveries, all single-use plastic packaging, which has increased a lot because people had to stay home because of the lockdown. So, ReThink Plastic, the whole initiative of combating single-use plastic has become even more relevant in 2020. So the Netherlands wants to support finding new ideas to the challenge of replacing the single-use plastic. That's with innovation, high technology, new ideas, but also tradition, going back to how it was before. Here in Vietnam you'll find many examples, such as the lady that prepares her sticky rice, and she's still using traditional methods, very sustainable methods of packaging her product. She does that in banana leaves, and she has a fine example of a sustainable business not using that much plastic. Come on, Em. Come on, Em. So here we are again for the 3rd consecutive year supporting the initiative of ReThink Plastic. This year, during the Plastic Awareness Month, the focus will be on the role of design in the so-called new plastic economy. I'm sure this is going to be a great success like previous years.
The Plastic Awareness Month is the flagship event of ReThink Plastic Vietnam. I am Raffi van den Burgt.
And I'm Nika Salvetti.
And we are going to explain you what you can do to take action. The Plastic Awareness Month is about connecting businesses, schools, universities, community and government all around the global plastic pollution problem. We are dedicated to find solutions to reuse, reduce and recycle single-use plastics. This month we have 5 events for you to join. You can join from far and near.
The first event is now, today, the kick-off event, where we are so happy to reconnect with all of you, our sponsor, partner, stakeholder, especially to rejoin and actually call again for the appeal to address the plastic waste challenge. Especially this year, we have been impacted by COVID-19, where unfortunately the environment was very affected. And because of that, we are once again thinking that raising awareness and joining efforts to address these challenges is imperative.
Reducing your personal use of single-use plastic by 50%? The Plastic Diet Challengers from 2018 and 2019 just do that. The international schools of ISHMEC, BIS, the University of Economics, ISB, have already taken up the challenge for this year. So we invite you, join as well and show us you can reduce even more. The third event is World Cleanup Day on Saturday, 19th of September. 180 countries, 200 million volunteers, one day cleaning up the planet. You also want to be part of this global movement? Sign up on our website.
And here is the fourth event, which is about our business seminar. This year we focus on the role of designing the circular economy of plastic. We are very grateful that a brilliant guest speaker would join this event. Among the few and other that will join are to consider the Vietnam Business Council for Sustainable Development, UNDP, UNESCO, Accor, Northern Vietnam, and IKEA. We also, the focus of our seminar is about learning from businesses how they adopt strategy and policies to achieve the SDG 12 goal, which is about responsible production and responsible consumption. That is why I invite all of you to register online in our webinar on the 28th of September, and please share your brilliant idea during the breakout session of responsible production and consumption. But it's not all. As ReThink Plastic Vietnam is not only about raising awareness, but is to take action and action together, this year we launched the Design Factory. Design Factory is looking at how we can actually keep plastic in the economy, but out of the environment. And to do that, we need to adopt a circular thinking. We have to look at actually plastic waste in a way that is out of our environment. For that, we are calling for the participation of renowned university in Ho Chi Minh, that they would participate with their teams of students to actually work out solution, idea, project, proposal. This amazing initiative will take place along 3 months from the end of September until the end of January. And during the business seminar on 28th of September, the participating university would share their pitches. Thank you, and please don't forget to join.
Design is a very important part of the solution to the plastic waste pollution. Let's watch a video of the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, a renowned organization around circular economy.
Our work has shown that if we don't transition to a circular economy for plastics, we could have more plastic than fish in the ocean by 2050. Findings from Breaking the Plastic Wave show that leakage of plastics into the ocean will nearly triple in the next 20 years. However, in that timescale, we can reduce the amount of plastic leaking into the ocean by 80% if we rapidly deploy all possible solutions we have across the current global market for plastic packaging, and we use circular economy principles. But quite frankly, 80% is not enough. In order to eliminate all plastic packaging flowing into the ocean, we need to innovate like we have never seen before. We need upstream and downstream solutions, and we need to accelerate the transition to a circular economy as fast as possible. Looking at R&D, different business models, different materials, everything needs to be thought of. The new Plastics Economy Global Commitment is a big part of the effort to tackle the flood at source, making sure plastic stays in the economy and out of the ocean. We need to eliminate all the plastic we don't need, innovate for the plastic we do, making sure it's reusable, recyclable or compostable, and importantly we need to circulate everything we have, be it plastic or biological material. But much more needs to be done. We need to raise the ambition level with bold and urgent action. The cost of inaction is quite simply too high.
Circular economy is a hot topic globally, and in Vietnam we're making important steps. Dr. Quang from the Institute of Circular Economy Development will tell you all about it.
Những năm gần đây, Việt Nam ghi được những dấu ấn thành công trên con đường hội nhập thế giới. Chính phủ Việt Nam đối phó với đại dịch Covid-19 bằng biện pháp rất nhanh và hiệu quả. Việt Nam tham gia một số hiệp định thương mại tự do toàn cầu một cách rất nghiêm túc. Giống như các quốc gia khác, Việt Nam có vấn đề kinh niên với ô nhiễm môi trường, thiếu hụt năng lượng và cạn kiệt tài nguyên thiên nhiên. Việt Nam được dự đoán sẽ chịu tác động xấu nhất của biến đổi khí hậu như nước biển dâng, cường độ bão lũ tăng, ngập lụt, hạn hán và nhiễm mặn. Cùng với sự phát triển kinh tế nhanh chóng, nhu cầu năng lượng ngày càng tăng. Do vậy, năng lượng bền vững là đòi hỏi cấp thiết, một giải pháp cho nền kinh tế vững vàng và một môi trường lành mạnh thật sự cần thiết hơn bao giờ hết. Kinh tế tuần hoàn, một cách tiếp cận để giải quyết các vấn đề trên tại Việt Nam, đồng thời mở ra cơ hội đi tới kỷ nguyên phát triển bền vững một cách nhanh nhất. Kinh tế tuần hoàn thách thức chúng ta suy nghĩ lại về thái độ đối với việc sử dụng bền vững các nguồn tài nguyên hữu hạn của trái đất. Đây là một yêu cầu cấp thiết để chuyển từ hành vi tiêu dùng không bền vững. Kinh tế tuần hoàn nhận được các hỗ trợ từ chính phủ cấp cao và khoa học. Từ tháng 6 năm 2019, Đại học Quốc gia thành phố Hồ Chí Minh đã chủ định thành lập ICED. Rất nhiều cuộc họp và thảo luận được tiến hành trước khi đưa ra các quyết định về ICED ngày 7.
Hello everyone, it's my great pleasure of being here today, virtually, to attend the online kick-off event Plastic Awareness Month 2020, organized by ReThink Plastic Vietnam. Thank you very much, the organizer, especially Nicole, for her kind invitations. My proposed topic today is circular economy in Vietnam, demands and the way forward. In this talk, I will address 4 topics. First, why Vietnam needs circular economy. Second, envision circular economy in Vietnam and some examples. Third, what Institute for Circular Economy Development can offer. And finally, some remarks and call for actions. First, why circular economy is important for Vietnam? I'm looking at this by 2 aspects. First, threats. Vietnam, like many countries in the world, is facing with environmental pollution, depletion of natural resources, disaster, impact of climate change. Vietnam is facing with difficulty in couples environmental issues and economic developments. Social issue is still there, unemployment, social inequities, gender inclusions, health risks, just name a few. But Vietnam also have great opportunities. We are one of the fastest growing countries in the world. We are heading to digital transformations. We have a high resilience social system. A good example is the COVID-19 pandemic, as you see in the last couple of months. We are offering international market, including high required standards. We have great opportunities to have international support, following by, for example, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The circular economy has been in the political agenda. Recently, the energy strategy issue in the resolution by the Portfolio of the Central Party, Vietnam, and also other ministries like Ministry of Natural Resources, Environment and Resources, Ministry of Industry and Trade, Ministry of investment and plannings are considering circular economies in their working agenda. So, circular economy offers principles and directives to cope with the threats and take the opportunities. For example, it can have in reducing pollution, regenerating the natural resources, mitigate climate change, reducing social equity gaps, creating jobs, benefits via good business models. So, how we can envision the circular economy in Vietnam? I think first we should mainstream the circular economies in existing political agenda. For example, climate change, green growth, digital transformations, smart cities, smart agriculture, ocean economy. We have to look at this in a holistic perspective. We redesign, retrofit the existing socio-ecological system through the value chains, production, distribution, customers, disposal, and it can be applied in various industries, especially agriculture, aquaculture, food, forestry, energies, and it can be implemented at urban or rural areas, including the remote areas like in the islands. The Institute for Circular Economy Development in Vietnam, established by Vietnam National University, one of the largest leading universities in Vietnam. The university is equal ministry and a research, education, and political entities, with a strong partnership with local central governments, industries. The Institute's mandate is to promote circular economy in Vietnam as a pioneer in linking circular economies in Vietnam and the world, and providing by knowledge, solution, and social technologies, innovations, policy in circular economies. We aim to bridge the gaps between science and technology and practice by a strong partnership between academia, industry, governments, and other stakeholders like local NGOs, international development agencies. We apply a holistic approach, taking into account technology, social, policy, economics, in developing circular economy sustainability, serving different topics. For example, circular plastic, urban island sustainability, renewable energies, agriculture, food circularity at different scale, from company, factories, small, mediums, to big companies, industrial scale, or provincial, regional, or national scale. Finally, let's imagine what can happen, in the next 20, 50 years. Are we responsible for our future generations? Circular economy is very promising, but very challenging task. It requires rethinking towards reuse, reduce, refuse, repair, refurbish, remanufacture, repurpose, recycle, recover. So let's do it in holistic thinking and implementing. Partnership and coordination with all who share the vision, wishes, responsibility, driven by academia, industry, governments. Let's develop innovations crossing socio-ecological system. For example, rethinking plastic is a great initiative. Congratulations to this, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kwan. But circular economy principles can only have value if they can be put into practice. Ms. Marquez, hello, welcome in our studio.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a bit more about how you did that in Starbucks?
Sure. By 2030, Starbucks Coffee Company has signed with the Ellen MacArthur Foundation to make sure that as a brand, we can give more than we take. Starbucks Vietnam wants to be part of this big commitment. And we have chosen to part with organizations like ReThink Plastic Vietnam so we can support this big goal. Last year, we started with ReThink Plastic in a very interesting circular test by which our partners and our customers were involved in the circular economy of plastic. This year, we started on January 1st by eliminating all of our plastic straws. You can imagine how much plastic cups and straws we have and we use at Starbucks. So while this is a very audacious and big goal, it's something that together with the community we can for sure accomplish.
Wonderful. Really nice to hear. Well, as you can see, we have a lot of live guests actually in our studio. Ms. Marquez from Starbucks, who just spoke. We have Dr. Heng from the Institute of Circular Economy Development. Thank you so much for coming here today in name of Dr. Wang. And we have Dr. Karel Richter, the Consul General of the Kingdom of the Netherlands. Welcome all here.
Thank you.
We're going to go to the Q&A, but it's really nice to see everyone who's been chatting and saying really nice things and also asking questions on the chat. So we see many things coming around. We have somebody saying, well, we all have to start from our own house, changing the habits that we use inside our homes. I think that's actually a really lovely remark already. Somebody else is saying here, we have to solve the problem of plastic pollution by joining hands all together around the world, not a single country. I think we can all very much agree to that. And here a really nice one, what a meaningful event. Well, I think we happen to think so as well. We wanted to open up the Q&A for all of you by one question that I already have for you, because I'm very curious about my speakers here today. Dr. Dang, would you like to start? My question for you is, how does ESET see the future of waste management in Vietnam?
Wow, thank you very much for inviting me here, and it's a really very nice question. So on behalf of Institute for Circular Economy Development, I would like to say something about the future waste management in Vietnam. So as we know that Vietnam nowadays we face with a lot of problem with the waste issues, but particularly in the plastic. So we maybe in the order that's 6th number in the world with the plastic consumption, and then we also discharge a lot of plastic. So our government recognize that waste is very important in the future. So we have to manage. So the solution for this management is circular economy. And then the term of circular economy now is the put on the policy strategy of the central government. And then as the lower level of the university, our national university established our institutes to focus about circular economy. And then with the waste issue at the very serious problem, we consider that waste at the resources, not waste, not put out, it is the resources, it really. So we need to think how to reuse, recycle or redesign the waste to get more benefit, to less discharge to the environment and protect our lives. And also with the new term of circular economy, the education for students very important, because the future is their life, for the future, not ours, because we are in the middle of the line. So for
we're all very young.
Yeah, yes, yeah, still young, but future for our students. So education is very important. And other mission of this institute that we also have to collaborate with maybe your group and other group business doing things to reduce the waste by maybe redesign or think about new materials, or reuse or upgrade the plastic, not discharge the plastic at nowadays. So sometimes in the market we reuse the plastic with low grades of plastic. So I think it's better to upgrade the level of plastic with more benefit. So this is a very important job for everybody. So for the waste management, it's not only for us, for you, but for everybody. We need to shake to hand to reduce all the plastic, not only in Vietnam but around the world. So I think that is the future of the waste management in Vietnam. Need to work together, yes. All of us. So thank you.
Wonderful, thank you for the answer. So what I hear you say is that waste can be seen as a resource,
yes.
First of all. Education is
yes.
key, and design collaboration
yes.
with institutions and companies. Yes. Ms. Marquez, I'm looking at you. Waste as a resource. How do you experience that at Starbucks? You just mentioned the amount of waste that you might get from cups.
Yes. As we said during the beginning of this presentation, change is always difficult, and changing behavior is a very big challenge. So for us to be able to recycle, that requires for customers, for the consumer, to be part of that waste selection. And therefore, that second stage in making sure that plastic or the material hopefully gets a second chance has a lot to do of how we dispose from it.
Yes, very true, very true. And we have to think before you buy, and think before you discard. Another point that you made was the collaboration with institutions, companies and governments. Karel, would you like to give us your thoughts on that?
The collaboration with governments, yes, I think that one of the important things of change is that all actors in society commit to it. Now, for instance, in the Netherlands, we have put circular economy high on the agenda. And it's based on the pact of the government, together with private sector and with civil society, including knowledge institutes, to become a fully 100% circular economy by 2050. Well, here in Vietnam, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to also see how the Netherlands can cooperate with all these stakeholders here in Vietnam. We recently started doing a scoping study in order to understand a little bit more where the needs are and see how it fits with what we are good at as the Netherlands. And I think, well, our companies here in Vietnam for sure are leading the way and really seriously included and in the dialogue and taking action. But also knowledge institutes working closely together, the University of Delft, Wageningen, Rotterdam, working closely here with local universities and doing research, innovation, very important. I think that the Netherlands really tries to push for innovation. And I hope that basically with all the stakeholders on board, you know, you can make the change feasible. As you say, the change is always a challenge. But if everybody is on board, you know, then your chances are much higher that you will succeed in time also, because it's very urgent that we keep the speed. It's an urgent problem.
Yeah, and it's early stage in Vietnam.
Yes, yes.
Yes, lovely. And the working together, being collaborative, making sure that everyone's on the same page. So
Absolutely.
you talk, of course, about government, but also about companies, I can imagine.
Yeah.
People?
civil society, knowledge institutes. Very important.
Great. Ms. Marquez, I wonder, these environmental concerns that you named from Starbucks, have they influenced in the products that Starbucks is using?
Yes, actually, you just mentioned design or redesigning for use or reuse of materials, and I think you're correct. I think by targeting, ensuring that the material to start with is of better quality, more biodegradable, ensures that has a second life, if any. In our case, last year we committed to redesigning our lids to avoid or ensure that customers will not need a straw. So even though we have moved away from the plastic straw to natural materials, we also design and launch worldwide a lid that doesn't need a straw. We are working on many other items, but I think that shows the commitment and the willingness to lead as well as coach our consumers on how to use less.
Yes. Well, I saw a question from our chat. Great that the plastic straws are now gone at Starbucks. Is it difficult to eliminate the plastic cups? Well, my reaction would be, I have a really lovely reusable cup, but what would you all say?
Yeah, well, we do exactly the same at the government. We, at least at the office, but also here at my house, obviously the house is used for a lot of invitations and work. We don't use plastic, we use cups.
Yes,
it's a very easy measure.
Yes,
that's something that is so easy to do. I mean, and the impact is so high. I would definitely recommend everybody to do that.
Yeah, in my house we did the same. So even in the university that I work as a lecturer and researcher, we also recommend all the lecturer and students use the cup or reuse cup. We try to eliminate the plastic.
Yeah. Us in our offices, definitely no plastic. Everybody uses a ceramic cup. Yeah. Or metal thermos container for hot drinks. However, in the stores, we promote the use of reusable tumblers, and we actually have a very significant discount for customers that reuse their own cup or their own tumbler, and that's exactly for this same reason, to promote the multiple use of a container. Yeah,
and if we then talk about design now for the circular economy, but this actually starts at the very simplest level of you actually redesigning your own habits, right?
Yeah.
Take that cup, take that bag, think before you go out and use it. And as you can see, the companies are willing to.
Yeah.
And by the way, we have also recycled plastic water bottles, which was basically launched last year, I think, through ReThink Plastic. So we bought and ordered a large amount, which we are basically using and promoting.
You see, even governments.
Yes.
Even governments comply. I think we're actually at our time mark already. It went so quick, but this is for the kickoff. I think we have a wonderful, wonderful introduction to our latest theme of this year, the design of a circular economy. I would like to thank you all so much for coming, for being here, but I would much more like to thank all you participants, everyone who took this half hour of your day to get this inspiration and try to start reducing your use of plastics. We already mentioned all the events that we have, but we're here to be this solution and work on that. I would like to call in all my colleagues and all of you, and We have our very fine slogan, and I would like to pronounce all together, if we can, on the count of 3. Does everybody still remember?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. We can
We
all
can
be
be
part
part
of the
of the
solution
solution
for the
Plastic
plastic waste
waste
pollution.
pollution.
This is ReThink Plastic Vietnam. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at all our other events.